Good coffee. Your Comedy Minute, Cheap Trick, Stone Temple Pilots story, part 3. I had a show with Cheap Trick and Stone Temple Pilots in Erie, Pennsylvania. I went in the night before, and about 2 o'clock in the morning, I hear all this ruckus and banging. And of course, it was Rick next door to my room. And we had an interview set up for WRKT in Erie the next morning. So Rick and Tom went. Tom was asleep in the back seat. They were tired from the night before. We got to the radio station, and the disc jockey said, I heard you guys are the world's greatest opening band. And Rick, I could tell he didn't like it. He said, well, don't you think it would be confusing if all of us got up there at the same time? And the DJ went a step further. He said, well, Cheap Trick and the Stone Temple Pilots, isn't that kind of an odd combination? And again, Rick just looked at him and said, well, the Stone Temple Pilots do that polka music, but we don't really care. So needless to say, the interview was cut a little short. But so we left, and we're going down. I want to take him back to the hotel. I just want to get rid of him. I'm nervous around Rick anyway. And Rick hollers, chili dogs! So I pull over, turn the car around. Rick gets a batch of chili dogs, gives Tommy a couple, and Tom wakes up long enough to eat these chili dogs. And like that, I'm going a little further. Music store. And again, I'm whatever Rick wants. So we go to this music store, and Rick is in there for about at least an hour plus because kids started showing up, and Rick was signing guitars and stuff for the kids. And he bought a violin, and he didn't buy any guitars. He bought a violin, and he bought a big, huge bass drum, kick drum, as I call them, for Bunny. Well, the drum wouldn't fit in my car. It was so big. So when we got back, the road manager, Mike Curl, I think was his name, Mike was upset with me because we were gone so long. And then he was really pissed off at me because he had to take the bus to go pick up the drum for Bunny because it wouldn't fit in my car. That's it for the Cheap Trick Stone Temple Pilot stories. I have a batch of other Cheap Trick stories I'm going to do down the road. Have a good one. I'll see you guys real soon.